All right. Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. And as always, peace, love, many blessings unto the elect. All right, this is your brother Atazawam coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai with another lesson tonight. Lord willing, I do hope and pray that it's edifying. All right, this lesson tonight is going to be entitled Ancient, or Salakia, how the ancient Chaldeans relate to modern America. Just going into some similarities between ancient Chaldea, aka Neo-Babylon, and modern day America, which is known biblically as the mystery city Babylon, the virgin daughter. And it's a lot of uncanny resemblances when we're dealing with witchcraft and astrology and magicians and sorcery and all that. This is what was going on during the time of the Babylonian or Neo-Babylonian Empire under the rule of Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, he had the Chaldeans, okay, which were basically descendants of the Assyrians, okay, a sect that pretty much dealt with left-hand energy. Okay, they were magicians and sorcerers and astrologers, and they mastered in pretty much revitalizing cities and things of that nature. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna just read this real quick to kind of give some info on ancient Chaldea. All right, it says when the Bible talks about the Chaldeans, it can be referring to either of the following: the people who lived in southern Babylon in present-day Iraq, the people of Babylon, the people of Babylon. There was a time in the Bible when the Chaldeans were so popular that they were synonymous with Babylon. In Isaiah 13:9, which that's talking about America. Isaiah 41, 1 and 5, or 47, 1 and 5, that's talking about America. Daniel 5 and 30, that's the ancient Chaldeans. It says the term Chaldeans was used to refer to the people of Babylon. Astrologers and influential people in Babylon. The Chaldeans are a highly intelligent and educated group of people. They were termed wise men and astrologers during the time of the Jewish captivity in Babylon. All right, so like we just read, these were astrologers and they were considered very intelligent. Now, if we want to relate that to modern day America, who's doing that? You look at the tech world. You got Elon Musk, you got Bill Gates, you got all these different tech companies that's forwarding the image of the beast, okay, and that's going to push into the society for people to bow to that image, to that system, to that way. And that was exactly what was happening in ancient Babylon. When I say ancient Babylon, I mean Neo-Babylon, not the first one under Nebuchadnezzar, Salaki, under Nimrod. Okay, but the Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar, because Babylon, Neo-Babylon was known as the beauty of kingdoms. All right, it was known for its splendor, its excellency. All right, and that was because the Chaldeans, they were like fucking the super intelligent Babylonians. Okay, they were smart. They like I say, I'm gonna read this real quick. All right, it just says right here, if y'all brothers can see it, it says, what are the Chaldeans known for? It says the Chaldeans were known for revitalizing the cities of Babylon and Uruk. Okay, so they used to revitalize all the cities throughout Babylon. Okay, glorify them, beautify them, different advanced technologies, and you had the the building of the ziggurats, which are nothing but a form of pyramids. Okay, so you had a level of high tech cities in Neo-Babylon, man. And that's why you see now in America, what do you have? Smart cities. Okay, you have cities that pretty much operate using artificial intelligence. When you go to certain restaurants, they have self-ordering machines, or you may see little robots riding around patrolling. Okay, you may have to enter into the premises of a building with a little fob key when you scan it on the pad, and it grants you access. All these inner cities now are pretty much teched out. And that was the same thing that was happening with the ancient Chaldean empire, okay, or Neo-Babylon. So let's start out in the book of Daniel, the second chapter, the second verse. All right, it says I'm gonna just read it from the top, so we just follow through. It says, and in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to all the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. So the Bible is a history book. Okay, as we went into, little pieces of secular history, okay, I didn't really dive all the way into it, which we could have, but the Bible covers it and shows you that the ancient Chaldeans were astrologers and magicians and sorcerers. Okay, and he brought them forth to bring to decipher the dream. But when you keep reading, you'll find out that they couldn't interpret the dream. Okay, so that's where you have Daniel that came into play, and he was the one that gave the the revelation to Nebuchadnezzar's dream. All right, so it's showing you even back in ancient Babylon that the wisdom of the Chaldeans failed. And it's happening now. Okay, all of these different groundbreaking, technologically advanced ideas that they're coming with is going to fail them, and the power is going to be given over to the elect men of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, because we have the answers. Okay, Lord willing, if I be of that number, which I hope and pray, but we have the answers according to the Bible. Okay, and that's why we have to constantly refresh ourselves on this information. Okay, to make sure that it stick and we can, relay the information properly to the listener. Okay, and that's what Daniel did when he interpreted the dream. All right, he relayed that information over to Nebuchadnezzar vividly, man. Okay, so it shows you right there that back in the day they dealt with astrologers and sorcerers. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. Okay, now Isaiah was a prophet that lived during the time of ancient Babylon. Okay, and he's prophesying about a virgin daughter of Babylon. And the reason how we know that it's not talking about Neo-Babylon, it's talking about modern Babylon, okay, which is America, is because the way that it's described in the Bible as falling, Neo-Babylon didn't fall as such. Okay, the fall of ancient Babylon has been likened unto Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Or Salaki, the fall of New Babylon, America, has been likened unto the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah, which is what? Fire and brimstone. Neo-Babylon was taken down by the Persians and the Medes armies. Okay, and they were pretty much swallowed up into the Persian kingdom. All right, so this is Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit in the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Okay, so like I said, this is talking about the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, this is a future prophecy for today's society, America, Babylon the Great. Now it says what? The daughter of the Chaldeans. All right, it's known as the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans. Why? Because the same patterns of operation that was going on back then is happening now. Nebuchadnezzar had the citizens of ancient Babylon bow to his image. Well, what's happening now in modern Babylon? They're trying to get people to bow to the current image of the beast, or Satan. Okay? So this is known as the virgin daughter, or the daughter of the Chaldeans. It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, because there were one point in time where they were known as highly intelligent people. They had a renowned name. Okay? Talking about the Chaldeans. Okay? They had a renowned name. But guess what? They failed. Just like America. America was America the beautiful, the land of the free, the home of the brave. They had a renowned name. Okay? But guess what? That it's no longer going to be called tender and delicate. Okay? It says, I'm going to skip down to verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Or in other words, you're not going to have the answers. The Lord is going to have you American astrologers and magicians and sorcerers. He's going to have you in darkness. Okay, you're going to run out of the answers. All right, it says, "For thou shalt no more be called the lady of the kingdoms." All right, so that's one relation right there. Okay, all of this artificial intelligence and all these groundbreaking ideas and civil advancement, merging man with machine and cyborg, that shit is gonna come to an end, man. And that's how you know that America is actually the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, because no other kingdom is operating like Neo Babylon except for America. Okay, and they do the miracles and signs and wonders. All of that is happening under this American authority, but the Lord is going to bring them down. All right, this is the book real quick. The book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 3. "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof." And what happened in Egypt was they had the same thing. They had the Magi's and the astrologers and the magicians, Jannies and Jambres. Okay, they was trying to come up against the power of the Lord. What's happening now in modern day Egypt, which is America. All right, when you read the scriptures, America is called many different ancient kingdoms. All right, it's known as Egypt, it's known as Sodom, it's known as Babylon, it's known as Chaldea. Okay, it's other country, other kingdoms, other kingdoms refer to America also. Okay, excuse me, I'm doing a lot of stuttering. I'm a little tired. Okay, I had a long day, but nonetheless, getting back to the spirit, Isaiah 19:3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards." Same thing that happened in Neo Babylon. Okay, he was seeking to the Chaldeans, asking for the interpretation of the dream, because that vision haunted him, man. When he got those dreams, the Lord filled him up with those heavy dreams of the kingdoms falling. Okay, he got shook. Okay, he got shook. Okay, when Pharaoh seen the Lord bringing all those plagues onto Egypt, he was shook. But the Lord, he hardened his heart so that the Lord's will could be performed. And that's what's happening now. Although these devils, they know Yahweh Bashim Shai is getting ready to come back. They got exclusive footage of the chariots. Okay, they know that Yahweh Bashim Shai is getting ready to bring them down, but yet they still pushing forward in their agenda and their plans. So the Lord is having them to go forward and do this, because anybody in their right mind would have been through in a white flag. Okay, so now you see the relation between ancient Chaldea and modern Chaldea, which is America. All right, as a matter of fact, let's get this quick scripture. All right, Isaiah 13:9, "And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms." America is a glorious kingdom. When you read the book of Revelations, it describes the mother of harlots, Babylon the Great. It describes her as a beautiful whore, a beautiful harlot arrayed in purple and scarlet. Okay, so it was a glorious kingdom at one point in time. You got New York, the fabulous life of New York City and Los Angeles and Miami, the splendor of Miami, and you got Chicago, you got Vegas, you got Atlanta, Houston, okay, Dallas, all these other, major cities in America that was once thriving, clean cities. All right, they being brought low. All right, it says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency." Because, like I said, in the ancient world, the Chaldees will wear these different glorious robes, and they had the telescopes looking into the skies, and they was able to tell the skies, and they were magi's, and they were very quote unquote smart. Okay, they had a lot of writings and wisdoms and proverbial sayings from the Chaldean. That was like pretty much the cream of the crop. Okay, so they wore the splendor of America, man. It's just like these different tech giants. You see them, they be all, snazzy, dressed up, okay, looking like money. All right, they got a lot of information, Bitcoin, but even going deeper than that, okay. These are the ones that show forth the excellency of that witchcraft, okay. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, meaning they're going to come to a complete and abrupt end very soon by way of thermonuclear missile fire that's going to be launched by Russia and its cohorts. And you can read that in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right. It talks about Egypt and Libya. Okay. All the armies are going to take up arms against America. There's going to be a nuclear trade-off. That's why the scripture says shall be likened unto the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, this Babylon that Isaiah is prophesying in never got overthrew like Sodom and Gomorrah. It's not historically documented. Okay, that ancient, or should I say Neo-Babylon, was overthrown in the way of Sodom and Gomorrah. It was just taken down by an opposing force. You can read about that in the book of Daniel, the 8th chapter. Okay, where the Persians and the Medes rose into power and took them down. Okay, or Salaki, Daniel the 7th chapter. Okay, because Daniel the 8th chapter goes into the fall of Persia. Daniel the 7th chapter goes into the fall of Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, the EU, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's how you know that this Babylon right here is talking about a different Babylon than Neo-Babylon, the Babylon of Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, so last scripture. Okay, I didn't intend for this to be a long lesson. I just, wanted to put something together through the Spirit, because what you see happening right now is that splendor of the Chaldees. You see all this groundbreaking technology coming out with these new phones and these computers and all these different apps. Okay, and you look around society, it's just being more and more technologically advanced, and artificial intelligence is pretty much taking over, and it looks cool and it looks excellent. But in all actuality, this is all to condition the minds of the people to take the sea hip. Okay, and that's one of the miracles of the beast. Just like during the time of Egypt, when Jannes and Jambres was doing those miracles, you had the Chaldeans. They used to perform those different miracles. Okay, well, it's the same thing that's happening now, which is why I wanted to entitle the video as such. Okay, how ancient Chaldea compares to modern America. All right, rough or something along those lines. How the ancient Chaldeans relate to modern America, and it has uncanny relationships. Okay, this is the book of Revelation 19 and 20. And the beast was taken down. The beast is NATO. Okay, and it's prophesied to fall. That a North Atlantic Treaty Organization, aka OTAN. All right, and with him the false prophet, which wrought miracles before him. The false prophet is who? The Pope. Okay, all of that false information that comes out the Vatican that people hold to a high esteem. All right, they're doing all these different miracles and signs and all this coming from the workings of Satan. It says, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast. Yeah. Okay. So if you receive the MOTB, hey, you've been deceived. Okay. That's going to be the ultimate deception. All right. It says, and them that worship the image. Okay. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire with burning brimstone. So that's how you know that. Now, this sounds more like, the judgment that we just read about in Isaiah 13 and 9, that burning lake of fire with fire and brimstone. That's how Sodom and Gomorrah was taken down, fire and brimstone. Okay, and this is talking about the beast and Babylon the Great when you read the book of Revelation 19. Okay, and it's likened unto what? These both were cast alive into the lake of burning fire with brimstone. So the beast, meaning NATO, all these NATO countries are going to get nuked. Okay. Certain other countries around the world are going to get nuked. It's going to be World War III. It's going to be a quick war, efficient, to the point. And the kingdom of heaven will be established after a certain, amount of time on earth. Okay, I don't know how long it's going to be before the elect descends. Okay, but that'll be the beginning of the kingdom of heaven manifesting on earth. But actually, it's manifesting now through brothers doing the work. Okay, like the scripture say, the kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation. Neither can you say the kingdom is over here, over there, but the kingdom of heaven is where is within you, meaning the brothers. Okay, the brothers that you see, the members that make up the elect of Yahweh Bashim al-Rashai, they represent the kingdom. But that kingdom is actually going to physically manifest on the earth after the beast is destroyed. Okay? But I wanted to get the part where it says that they wrought miracles before him. Because, that, like I said, the Chaldeans, they used to do the miracles. See? Read it again. Daniel 2:2. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans to show the king his dream. So they came and stood before the king. So they used to do all that stuff back then, man. Okay, yeah, all the shit you see these modern Americans doing now with these different artificial intelligence devices, they were doing it back then. Okay, so Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. Until the next lesson, giving all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh Bashim and Havashai Bashim and Kakadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, many blessings unto the elect. To the next lesson, I say shalom.